Hola. I feel observed. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a little Q&A because there's a lot of new people on my channel, so I've been getting a lot of questions, especially on Instagram. I asked both on Instagram stories and on my YouTube community page for questions. I got a lot more than I had anticipated, but I went through every single one and I picked a lot actually. I think I picked too many. But I'm gonna try my best to answer as many questions as possible. But first, I want to give a shout out to my teacup because it's very cute. I actually thrifted it from Goodwill along with its little plate. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the first question is, how are you doing during this time? Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good, playing a lot of Animal Crossing and just editing. The next question is, what was your first Ghibli film? My first Ghibli film I ever watched was Spirited Away. I was in the 4th grade and my English teacher showed it to the class and I was completely in love with it. And this is gonna be silly, but after watching it, I thought that I could see spirits at my school. I wasn't seeing any spirits, but I thought that I could now see spirits and go to the spirit world. Goal for you in the future. I want to create something, be it a movie or a TV show or even something in a digital platform, web series, something like that. I want to have something that I have created already that can hopefully bring me some success in the future. I'm not saying this is a couple years from now. This is just like someday. Don't know when, but someday. That's the goal. I don't know what exactly the plan is, but that's the goal. Okay, so the next one, I have been receiving a lot of comments of people saying, you're an ARMY, you're a fan of BTS, because they've seen my light sticks that I have in the back of my videos. Yes, I am. I'm an ARMY. I've been an ARMY for 2 years, ever since Love Yourself Tear came out. And the question is, what first got you into BTS? I was just browsing YouTube, and I saw that they had uploaded an interview on Ellen from BTS. I thought it was hilarious. I thought they were really funny. And so I kept watching interviews and I kept watching a lot of other videos on YouTube. And I don't even know how it happened, but I learned all their names. And now suddenly I had seen all of their music videos. And Love Yourself Tear had just come out, the album. And I was seriously so surprised because I was not expecting it to be so good. I seriously thought, well, they're like a really popular boy band. They sing and dance. They probably have like really catchy singles. But seriously, I was blown away by that album, Love Yourself Tear. I was pleasantly surprised. And after that, I just listened to all of the other albums. And I've been a fan ever since. And I've seen them twice in concert now. And I was going to see them in concert literally next week or 2 weeks from now. Because they were going to come to LA. But sadly, that's not happening anymore. And also, for anyone wondering, my bias is Jin. And RJ is my favorite. Jin, 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 Jin. Okay, the next one is, what is your Howard's house? What do you think is my Howard's house? I actually posted it on my story the other day, so if you know the answer, then you know. But if you don't know the answer, I'm not gonna tell you just yet because I'm planning a Howard's house themed video that was requested. So I'm probably going to let you guys know in that video what house am I. In the meantime, you are free to speculate. What is my house? It's probably pretty easy to guess, I think. How was moving to the US like? Moving to the US wasn't as hard for me because, of course, I can speak English very well. I never really had trouble with communicating with people or anything like that or understanding. Also, I went to Florida and a lot of people speak Spanish there. There's a lot of Latin American people, so I was fine in that aspect. Now I'm in LA, it's a lot farther away than the DR, but I'm older and I'm wiser and I am obviously accustomed to living here already. But yeah, I feel like it wasn't really that bad for me. I spoke more about it in a video that I have called What It's Like to Live in the US as a Foreign Student, something like that, international student. I'm gonna link it down below. Luna, it's still early for you to eat. Still 1 hour left. Jesus, you need to be quiet. It's only 4, you eat at 5. If you could watch one TV show for the rest of your life, The Office. Definitely The Office. My favorite show in the world. Fave band ever. My favorite band ever is the Foo Fighters. They've been my favorite for several years now, since I was 17. And I've actually seen them 3 times in concert here in LA. I was one of those people that would comment, come to the DR, come to the DR. When I moved to LA, I took advantage of that, and I've seen them 3 times now. I'm really happy. Hola, 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 hola. Oh, I also used to have a Tumblr blog dedicated to the Foo Fighters when I was like 18. It was called Rock and Grow. It doesn't exist anymore, so don't go looking for it. But yeah, it was dedicated to like the Foo Fighters and other rock bands from the 2000s and grunge bands. And yeah, I was very, very into it. I love the Foo Fighters so much. Okay, next question is top 4 albums. I'll definitely say Wasting Light by the Foo Fighters because it's the first album that got me into them. Melodrama by Lorde. I love Lorde, and Melodrama is just a piece of art. It's literally perfect. Come back, Lorde, please. Another album that I really like is 10 by Pearl Jam. It's their best album, their very first album. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Smashing Pumpkins, By the Way by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Morning View by Incubus. I love that album. I could drive to that album like hours. I really like Haim, Days Are Gone. Recently been listening to Conan Gray's new album. I think it's great. It's called Kid Crow. I love Conan Gray, and I've gotten a bunch of comments saying I look like the female Conan Gray. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I love him, so it's fine by me. Are you staying in the US or the DR? That is a question that I feel like it's not up to me. Right now, I would like to stay in the US, but if anything happens in the future where I'm not able to stay here, then I would go back to the DR. I feel like some people don't realize that it's not that easy to just go somewhere and live there. You have to get visas, and there's a lot of things that the government is involved with in order for you to stay somewhere. So yeah, hopefully for the time being, I can stay here for a while. I don't know, if in the future I can't, then I'll go back to the DR. Would you like to act in a movie? Actually, I wouldn't mind acting in a movie. I feel like this is a bit of a shocker, maybe. I don't know. When I was a kid, not a teenager, but a kid, I was actually very dramatic, and I would love acting out scenes, and I would love just like reciting quotes from movies and stuff like that. I love theater. I was in theater class. Then when I became a teenager, I don't know what happened, but I became extremely shy, and I kind of quit all that stuff because I wanted to be very low-key and I didn't want to be in the spotlight anymore. But I feel like now it's kind of like a mix of those two now. I actually really like acting. I'm not gonna say that I'm like good at it or anything, but I really liked doing theater as a kid, and I feel like sometimes I miss doing that. So yeah, I wouldn't mind acting in anything. Actually, like, you guys have seen me act in my videos, in my little skits with like Saoirse Ronan and other skits that I've done. I've acted in those, and yeah, I find it like really fun actually. So I don't know, if someday the opportunity comes, then sure, I wouldn't mind acting in something. Movie you don't like but everyone else does. Maybe more of a recent one is The Greatest Showman. I don't know. I just didn't like it when I watched it. Hugh Jackman, his character was not likable at all. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I feel like it is. I feel like a lot of people like that movie. And even the songs, I feel like the songs are nice, but it's not like I'm gonna be listening to the soundtrack all the time. I don't know. It just didn't... I didn't feel like it was great. Like the title says, the greatest. If you hadn't studied film, what would you have studied? If you guys are new to my channel, I actually studied medicine for 1 year before I went to med school. Before I went to film school, I went to med school, quit that. I actually went to veterinary school for 1 semester and quit that, and then I decided to go to film school finally. But I don't think I'd be doing that either. I feel like even if I didn't go to film school at all, I would have quit those things as well. And I feel like I probably would have studied like graphic design or something with illustration. Favorite anime films? Well, Studio Ghibli. Okay, but leaving Studio Ghibli aside, my favorite anime movie is Your Name. Your Name is just the perfect movie for me. I don't even have to watch the movie to cry. I hear the songs, the OST, and I cry so much. hits me right in the heart. But actually, I want to make a video about the best anime films that are not Studio Ghibli. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, because there's a lot of really good anime films out there that have nothing to do with Studio Ghibli. Let me know if you would like to watch that. Why did you name Luna Luna? Since you don't talk about books or reading much, what's your favorite book? I feel like I'm such a audiovisual person that if I have free time, I will watch a movie or a TV show. Before all of this started, I was actually getting in a habit of listening to audiobooks. I found that I really enjoy listening to audiobooks. And every time I drove, because I used to drive so much in LA, I would just listen to an audiobook. And if I was like doing the dishes or cleaning my room or doing laundry, I would listen to an audiobook. One book though that I would like to recommend is called Never Let Me Go, and I recently listened to it. Always wanted to just get in my car so I could listen to it because it was so good. After that, I was actually listening to The Handmaid's Tale. That one I didn't really enjoy that much as an audiobook. I feel like it would work better if I just had the physical book. Oh, but by the way, if you guys do want really good book content, because I can't give you that, I can give you movie content, but if you want book content, I suggest you go to two of my favorite booktubers. One is Christian Jones and the other one is Monika Kim. I really recommend their channels. They talk about books. They're really aesthetic and I really love them, so go check them out. Okay, next is, what are your outfits and accessories inspiration? I don't really know what my inspiration is. I know that I like to wear colorful clothes usually. Obviously, as you guys can tell, I like very cutesy things and kind of girly. Even way before I started my YouTube, I really liked Marcia. I loved her YouTube channel and her style. I feel like I probably got some inspiration from her in terms of fashion and style. I'm sad that she doesn't have a YouTube anymore, but I really used to like her a lot. Okay, so next is what it takes to get into the film industry in the US as a foreigner. Connections. Okay, so as a foreigner, obviously it's a lot harder than if you were just American, like everything else. It's a lot more difficult because you need a work visa. So if you don't have a work visa, you can't really work anywhere here. If you do have a work visa though, you have all of the same opportunities. And yes, connections are very important. That is the most important, I would say. Well, apart from the work visa, obviously that's way more important. Connections are extremely important because that's how you're gonna get a job usually in the film industry. It's not by sending in your resume, it's by knowing people that have worked there and that they can recommend you. But yeah, if you are a foreigner, I would say the most difficult thing is, getting to work here with a visa. They just make it so hard. What would be some movie themes you would use for your own movie? I would say, I think I tweeted this a while ago, but I feel like nostalgia is one of my favorite feelings. Nostalgia and coming of age for me go hand in hand. In that aspect, I would like to make like a coming of age movie that feels very nostalgic. Other hobbies other than filmmaking and movies. Playing the Switch. Right now, I am obsessed with Animal Crossing. I like to play games. I like to draw. I don't do it very often because I feel like I don't have as much time, but whenever I feel inspired, I really like to draw. Dancing. I really like dancing. Did you make your own shorts and videos when you were younger? Yes, I did. I had a video camera that I couldn't live without, and I made so many movies when I was young, and I actually have a video where I reacted to some of them. I'm gonna link it down below if you want to watch it. They're very embarrassing, but it's what started my passion for filmmaking, I think. K-pop groups you like? Some other K-pop groups that I really like, besides from BTS, are Twice, my favorite girl group, Blackpink, Red Velvet, GOT7, Pentagon, ITZY. Do you watch anime, and what is your favorite anime? Yes, I do. I feel like I haven't had time to watch anime in a little while though. The last one I watched was the new Fruits Basket. But my favorite anime of all time is Cardcaptor Sakura. It is my absolute favorite anime from my childhood, and I still rewatch it all the time because I just love it, and it holds like the most special place in my heart. I also really love Digimon, and I rewatch it as well because it's just the best. It's better than Pokemon, but I love Pokemon. Will you do more videos in Spanish? Sí, definitivamente quiero hacer más videos en español, pero no he tenido la oportunidad todavía. Si ustedes quieren más videos en español, yo lo puedo hacer. Lo único que, como ustedes me están oyendo, yo hablo con un acento dominicano. Yo siento que tengo que como que bajar la velocidad un poco. How do you get rid of your Spanish accent? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I know that I can speak English very well. I feel like that's one of my biggest talents. Thank you. But I honestly don't know why or how I learned English like this. I just know that I never ever struggled with it in school. I feel like it's just a combination of having English classes at school and just consuming media in English. Like, I used to listen to a lot of Hilary Duff and like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears when I was a kid, and I don't know if that kind of got into my brain and I learned English like that. But yeah, it just came so naturally to me that I never really had to actively get rid of an accent or really study hard to pronounce things right. Obviously, I don't sound 100% American or anything like that. I still obviously pronounce some things that you can tell that English is not my first language, but I feel like I can still do a pretty good job. I feel like it's probably the one thing that I'm talented at. I don't know. Speaking English. Favorite meme at the moment? Oh. Okay, so this is not a meme, but it's like a reaction video of Raven laughing so much with this classical music. It's just so ominous and so evil. Bias from Blackpink. Jisoo. Love her, but I love all of them. Okay, so this is the final question. What would be the title of your life as a movie? That's easy. A little bit of Monika. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't come up with that, and I feel like a little bit of Monika is just too obvious. So I'm just gonna go with that. Thank you so much. My tea. I forgot. It's cold. Thank you guys so much for watching and for asking me these questions. If I didn't get to your question, or if you want to ask me anything else, you can leave it in the comments and I will be answering comments. So if you want to know anything else, just leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a little bit about Monika. Oh god, no, I'm not gonna say that ever again. Sorry. With that said, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.